but I'm basically releasing this because I had this dream, and I need to get it out, because it was a warning for myself. I didn't take heed of the warning, but I thank God because I can still stand and know how to move forward. Um, of course, after repenting. So anyway, God gave me a dream on July 22nd. Well, it was the morning of. I wrote this note at 7:26 a.m. And the dream was me holding a baby. Although it didn't show my face, I know my arms, I know my body. So I knew it was my arm holding this baby. And this baby was not no baby that looks anything like a baby I know in the natural. Never seen this baby before, but it was a chocolate cute little dark skinned baby. And someone was trying to feed the baby a drink. That someone was also me. And I knew that because I know my arms. And so the drink, it wasn't a baby bottle. It was like a little bottle. It wasn't a vial. It was more like I don't know. It was like a small tube, but it was a bottle, but not a baby bottle. Let's just say that. Like if you ever seen like little small bottles of like liquor, like they sell at the store, or give you samples of like a alcoholic beverage, and it's that little tiny little bottle with like little tube. It looked like that, and it was like a dark black, dark brown, maybe even dark purple color. Okay, so I was like, my arm was trying to feed the baby, and the baby looked it up and down, and like rejected it, kind of. I think the baby even like moved the person's hand. I say the person like it wasn't myself, but it was myself, but moved the person's hand. And like, but it's either that or they just looked up and down. They rejected it. I can't really remember now. But anyway, nevertheless, the baby rejected the drink. I automatically knew, like, once I woke up, and that's when I woke up right after this. Once I woke up, I knew what the dream meant, because I had a previous dream God gave me like a couple months ago in around April. And it was the same type of dream. However, it was the counterfeit trying to give me something to drink, and they actually did. And I know people say, oh, you don't eat or drink in a dream because it's the enemy trying to form a covenant with you or give you something. I understand all that. But God was trying to show me something. So when I drunk the little drink with this counterfeit trying to be friendly to me, it automatically made me like drunk. So I knew it was kind of like poisoned or laced or whatever, or mollied, whatever. But I became automatically drunk. And the rest of that dream doesn't really matter. But that's what happened. And so I knew that God was saying, like, what the counterfeit is trying to give you is trying to poison your belief. So in the natural, like a couple weeks after having that dream, the counterfeit actually did write me in my DMs and try to send me a message. I didn't respond. I ignored it. I didn't say anything to it. I didn't engage. And so God was showing me, like, this is how I want you to move. Like, don't engage, don't have a conversation, don't do none of that, because they're going to try to feed you information or try to feed you or create dialogue with you that's going to cause you to poison your belief, poison your promise. And so fast forward back to this dream, it was that same concept. However, it was me this time. And so again, this date was July 22nd, but my God ordained spouse marriage anniversary was coming back around. And so I wanted to just like look at people's social media just to see what was going on in the natural. And I refrained from doing it. And when I had this dream, I knew what God was saying. Like, don't poison yourself, poison your belief, or try to poison or ruin your promise by going to look for information. So the day came, the whole week, my God ordained spouse was acting funny, acting a little different, not being his word like he normally does or whatever. And so I just wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to see. And sure enough, I looked and I saw that there was some like interaction with them. I don't know the whole story. I don't know if, they tried to rekindle. I don't know anything. All I know is what I saw on the counterfeit side of things. And so with that being said, I paired that with my God ordained spouse acting funny. And so I just blocked him and stopped talking to him. And so I did repent for that. I did repent with the Lord. But I'm just here now just telling you guys to, like, don't try to go look at the natural, because it's only going to deter you or delay you from where you should be in your promise. It's going to cause you to wander in the wilderness longer than you should be. I don't want my 11 days to turn into 40 years, and I know you don't either. So we really got to ignore the natural, and that includes getting information from other people, getting information from, he say, she say, getting information from looking on social media, looking at, trying to figure out what's going on, whether it's coming from the counterfeits, whether it's coming from your God ordained spouse, whether it's coming from the enemy, whether it's coming from friends and family, whether it comes from you trying to go seek and figure out what's going on. Don't do that, because what's going to happen is you're going to delay yourself and cause yourself to wander in this season longer than you need to. So again, I repented. I ask God to forgive me. I did not, though, unblock my God ordained spouse, because it's better for me to stand without seeing anything. It's better for me to believe God without seeing anything in the natural. So I'm going back to being silent and just seeking the Lord for everything and not looking at anything at all. And, there's a time and season for everything. So I believe that there was a time and season. There was a time this season that just passed not season that just passed, but these last couple of months that I was talking to my God ordained spouse, it was fruitful conversations. It was like it gave me a lot of insight. I was able to see what God wanted to reveal to me, and what I should pray about and the prayer points I should have. But yeah, going to look at things made me mad all over again. Made me, like, all the healing I thought I did I was angry again, because I thought how it looked like my God ordained spouse was trying to play games. And so I jumped to that conclusion without even knowing the full story. I don't even know what's going on right now, but what I saw made me, like, act according to my flesh, which is like, oh, that's what's going on. Like, is that why you're not talking? Is that why you're not in your word? Okay, and I went on blocking everything. And so I repent for that, repent with the Lord for that. And I hope this dream makes sense, because I was recording on my phone and the phone cut off. So I'm really starting over, although it just seems like I just started diving in with you all, but I was recording. I was almost 10 minutes in. So I hope I said all that I needed to say, but this dream that I had was July 22nd. It is a dream that kind of piggybacks off of a dream that I had prior to, where the counterfeit was, like, trying to poison me with information. This time it was me poisoning myself by trying to go see information on my own and harming my promise. The baby represents my promise. The baby represents me birthing a thing, giving birth in this season. And so I'm poisoning my own belief and affecting my own promise, my own baby that I'm supposed to protect, by trying to feed it information. Now, granted, although I tried to and kind of did, I still didn't stay in that. I didn't wallow in that. So that in turn shows the baby rejecting the drink. So had I not had that dream, had I not jumped right back into my word and tried to seek God for what he was saying, and, like, not staying there, I could have, like, affected my baby, my promise. And so anyway, the point of this is to ignore everything in the natural. Everything. Not just social media, but any interactions, anybody trying to message you, DM you, call you, text you, tag you in something, just ignore it. Ignore it. Don't engage. Don't let anything poison your belief. Don't let anything harm your baby, your promise. Believe God at what he said. Believe God at his word. I hope that makes sense. Again, there is another video where I released this previous dream a couple months ago around April. So try to look for that video, or I'll pin it at the bottom in the comments. Okay, you guys have a good night.